Hossein News Analyst. I am Aisha Hossein, and today we have two amazing guests. We have Maram Oratella, our environmental scientist, and Jannah Ahmed, our meteorologist. Today we'll be having a weather forecast, a preview on potential threats, and a tour of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Thanks for introducing us. We're here to give you the news on the weather and what's happening. Over to you, Jenna.
Rio de Janeiro is a city in Brazil by the sea. It has a very tropical climate and it's known for being extremely humid since the abundance of water nearby results in a large amount of water vapor in the air. That means it rains a lot and it can get very humid, cloudy and humid. Winters in Rio de Janeiro aren't freezing but can get a little chilly. Locals call the winter period veranico or mini summer. This chart depicts the average temperatures over a year. By looking at this graph, we can see the pattern of weather in Rio de Janeiro. Winter months last from June to August, but even then the temperatures rarely go below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Since Rio de Janeiro is by the sea, it's very humid and has a lot of rain. This chart depicts the average inches of rainfall over a year. During winter, the rainfall significantly decreases, making it ideal to visit during those months. So let's start with this week's weather. As you can see, temperatures may reach up to 92 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's predicted to be a week of rain and clouds.
As you can see here, this is a map of Rio de Janeiro.
We'll be back after this ad show, a time lapse from this morning.
I hit it. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Buy the Surface Book now! Only $2,799 at the Microsoft Store today with tax!
Okay. All right, welcome back. That was interesting now, wasn't it? As you can see here, this is a bright, sunny morning at Rio de Janeiro. The clouds are clearing up nicely, and today seems like a wonderful day to hang out outside and catch some fresh air. I might head to the beach after this. Now Maram will inform us of our potential threats.
Thank you, Aisha. I'll take it from here. Due to the constant heavy downpour in Rio de Janeiro, flash floods are frequent. Possible threats can include landslides and heavy floods. How do we prepare for emergencies? Always be ready to evacuate if needed. Stock up on long-lasting foods beforehand. Stay alert. For example, how to survive a flood. In an area that can be prone to floods, knowing the required precautions is necessary. A flood warning means that flooding is either happening or will happen shortly. If you receive a flood warning, avoid walking through flood waters as they can and will knock you down. Get to high ground as fast as possible. Stay informed. Always follow news and weather stations and know where to go. The houses in Rio de Janeiro are relatively high, but bringing outside furniture is the safest option, and do not touch electrical appliances. Remember, it is always important to stay alert and prepared in case of an emergency. Today we have a blog from Mon Shendez to give us an insight into the dangers of floods.
During my trip to Rio de Janeiro, it started to rain and it began to flood. I was near the beach and received a flood warning on my phone. I tried to run through the water, but I almost fell down. I drove my car as fast as I could to higher ground and took shelter in a neighbor's house. I couldn't see anything since they turned all of the electronics off, but we were far from the water. When it was safe and we left the house, we thanked the neighbors and went back down. This was brought to you by Maud Shendez.
Whoa, that was a scary experience. I'm glad you stay protected and follow flood precautions. Monchendes, stay tuned for a tour of famous hotspots Rio de Janeiro and is well known for. We will be right back after this ad.
Purchase the iPhone 12 today! Buy now for $999 for a limited time! Don't wait, purchase! You won't regret it!
Welcome back, everyone. Next, we have the Rio de Janeiro tour. tourist attractions. Have you thought about taking a vacation to Rio de Janeiro? These are some famous tourist locations. Christ the Redentor, the Christ the Redeemer. The famous giant statue overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro, a famous hotspot for photographers and sightseers. Copacabana. Copacabana Beach is well visited. For travelers here, you can enjoy a hot sunny day and hang out with family and friends. Carnival. One of the world's most famous carnivals takes place after New York's in Rio de Janeiro, attracting hundreds of thousands of spectators in the street, parades, samba parties, and shows. All right, thank you, Maram and Jenna, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us here.
I'm honored to be here.
I am Aisha Hossein, and we'll see you next time on Good Morning RSA